Yo everyone, Pine here. So I want to talk a little bit about a strategy that I've been trading every single day. I look for it pretty much every session. So whether it's Asia session, New York session, I look for it in gold. I look for it in NASDAQ. It's very simple. So very first thing you want to look at here. So I'm using the 5-minute chart and looking at NASDAQ. You can see here, I'll zoom right in. So here's a few examples. I got them already highlighted out. But what I'm looking for is a Harami candle. What's a Harami candle? Well, basically, the way I define it is that it wicks above or below a previous candle, and then the body opens and closes within that previous candle. So, but what I really want to look for is kind of like that A+ setup is when it makes a new session high or makes a new session low. So I have an indicator on Tradevate. It makes it super easy to find. It's one of our subscribers actually made the indicator completely free. Just look for it in the community indicator. It's called Ed of the Woods Harami, and it just basically highlights the candle for you. It makes it super easy to see. But here it is. So basically, if you look at this candle right here, so we had the New York open. We made a new session high up here. And the way I would trade it is that I would just take the break of the candle once it broke down to the downside right here. And as you can see, like on this particular day, it swept the high. If you were to took the short here, and obviously this is hindsight trading, right? But I just want to show you like some examples of some of the trades I would take. But this was the high of the day, right? So it swept the high, it put in Harami. If you were took the short and put your stop above, it's the high of the day. We'll go to another example a few more days later. So here's another example right here. This actually did not put in the Harami indicator because the body of the previous candle wasn't wide enough, but it did close, the body open and close within the body and the wicks of the previous candle. And if you were to took the short there, it actually put in the high of the day on this as well. You can see right here. And that was the high of the day on that candle. It actually put in Harami here. You could have took the short here the same way, but this candle didn't sweep the high because you were already been in short on this. So anyways, there's another example there. Here's another example. This didn't put in the high of the day, but you would have got 60 points easy out of it, which is a very nice trade. Now, a lot of times what I will look for is to fill fair value gaps or something. You know, if I look left, I'll see a fair value gap or whatever, that just little nuances that need to be filled. You could have probably took this down to the VWAP. You know, if you targeted down to the VWAP, that was a nice trade. Let's look at another example. Here's another example here. Once again, it did not put in the purple. It didn't highlight it because it opened and closed, but technically this is kind of like a Harami anyway too, right? So, or some people call them pin bars, some call them inverse hammers, whatever you want to call it. But you can see right here is another good example. Nice trade off that if you would have took that. Here's another example where it didn't actually highlight. I'm not really sure why. Sometimes the indicator is not flawless. We're gonna get Ed of the Woods to work on that. But here's another one, low of the day right here. Put in a candle, body open and close, and then below you take the long here and here. You can target 1-to-1, you can target a 2-to-1. You can look left to see what we're gonna try to fill, you know, that kind of stuff. Let's see if we can find another one here. Here's another one. This is a really good example here. So Harami candle right here. It highlighted it here. This was the low of the day. It spiked volume on that Harami candle. This is like A+++. If you see this, yeah, just super. So it swept made a new session low, put in some nice volume. If you took the break there, that is just like money right there. It doesn't happen all the time, but like it happens a lot. And this is kind of like that one trade a day that you can take. Here's another example right here. Put in Harami. This was the high of the day. Pushed right down. I mean, it just happens. I can just go on and on and on. But look for that pattern. I hope this helps. You know, your own back testing everything. I'm not trying to sell you any indicators or any strategies. I'm just trying to help you guys out and like show you what I do every day and some of the patterns that I look for when I'm trading NASDAQ. So anyways, I hope that helps. I will see you guys later. Please use code PINE if you'd like to help support this channel, and subscribe and like and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thanks.